Hi, in this video I'm going to be showing you an option we could have for standards referenced grading with our elementary classes, in particular math, since that's where we're starting. I created a math K through 4 course just for this example that we have. Now if you look in here, you will see that we have categories, and there are only 2 of the domains showing in these categories. That's because I only have scores for those 2 domains. If no scores are entered for the other domains, nothing will appear over here. You'll only see the ones that do have scores. In the assignments area inside of Campus, for a better name to use, this is called the assignment area, you'll see that there are assignments entered. In here we have Unit 1, questions 1 through 4. Then we go over to Unit 2, question 1, Unit 2, question 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. I wanted to break these up for you so that you would be able to get an idea of what it would be like if we would lump all of the standards into the particular column that we have, so you can decide which one do you like the looks of better if this is a way that you would like to go. So right in here we have our Unit 1, questions 1 through 4, and when I come into this, it shows all of the questions on this particular assessment, Unit 1, all deal with this particular standard. So they're all put together. The difference is with Unit 2 is I didn't lump like standards together. So this is just underneath here where you'll see Standard 1, Extend Understanding of Fraction Equivalence and Ordering. And you'll see where this one falls. But if we look at, say, the next question, this deals with number 2 rather than with number 1 for our standards in there. And it all goes across that way. But they could all be put together too, so you could have multiple questions reflected in each of the columns, in each of the assignments that we happen to have. And every time you do enter those, the scores come over here. If a student has to have a score that would end up being changed, let's just change this underneath the operations, this column right here. So let's say this student, instead of a 2, has a 1. Now you notice how the score ends up changing across here. So then you're able to look and see, oh, this student didn't do very well with our operations. And it kind of is a really nice way for you to be able to quickly get that snapshot of how a student is doing. And then you'll be able to come back in and you can work with the student to help them out. And everything can be fluid all the way across here, but this is based on that particular assessment that you were using for whichever curriculum we use. And the same thing works all the way across. We can have all of the different units and the questions that would be on the tests right there. Now, one thing I did include in this one is to include the in progress score that the student has. And you'll see points are the number of points the student has scored. That's all of these points, and how many are possible. Possible is what you see up underneath the top of the assignment that you have. And then how they're doing with all of the domains put together. And you can see that percent scores right here. And then the breakdown. Now this breakdown I happen to use based off of ISASP breakdown scores, but we can use anything that we want to use, that we totally determine how we want this to be. So this is giving you another example of what we can do with our standards referenced grading. Thanks, everybody.